Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. And I'm a little hoarse this morning. Feel fine, just have a thing going on. And so we continue. How are you doing? Things are heating up. Things are getting more contentious, more divisive, weirder, more divided, more chaotic. And in this time of all this, it's time to rethink. It's time to step back into you, get into your quietness, and bring forth your creativity, whatever that looks like. It doesn't matter with whatever it is you create, whether anybody else ever sees it. It is diving into that energy and bringing it through you that is the important part. One of the things I've been creating besides mandalas is feather earrings because it feels so good. That's the whole point, is it just feels good to create them. And so the overarching message today from the Akashic Tarot is reflection. That beautiful, you see that boat on the lake and all the reflection, the moon reflecting, the boat's light reflecting, the buildings on the shore, all reflecting back what is present. This card can sometimes show a trip, particularly a trip across the water. But more important, it can reveal that you now have a direct line to your psychic gifts, to your inner wisdom. And you owning that allows that to grow within you. And that's part of the reason you want to get into creativity. Remember, that can be cooking, that can be drawing, that can be crocheting, that can be writing, it can be doodling, it can be drawing, painting, creating earrings, drawing mandalas, sewing. And there's so much creation that can happen that isn't in the line of, what people believe is creation. It can be playing an instrument. It can be playing outside, creating in Mother Earth. Whatever calls to you, whatever feels right, whatever feels good, indulge in that and go inward as you do. This is your sacred self moving to come through. And we really, really want to let that happen now. The world needs you to let that happen now because you're influencing those around you and your energy is going out into the field. You are also aware of your emotions and more reflective about them. Don't get whipped up into emotional upheaval and tumult and chaos. Don't allow that to happen, because as that becomes your path, you create more of that. If you withdraw from those people, from those TV shows, from the things that bring you into tumultuousness, you can access your quiet voice. Great morning, Francesca. You can access your higher wisdom. And again, bringing through the creative energy, which is far more peaceful. And begin to understand that the higher voice, the inner power, the God part of you that speaks is calm and quiet, which is often why we don't think we can hear it, because we get so much involved in the day-to-day BS that we can't hear that voice. But it is a peaceful voice. It's a place of quiet. So know that that is where you want to be and go. Excuse me. The next card that came up was the Warrior of the Heart. This is a huge energy you want to embody right now, because the heart energy is so being prompted to open. Tomorrow we have the solar eclipse, and eclipses are going to, bring about some chaos. And this is a huge energy as the next day Aries moves into Neptune, or Neptune moves into Aries, which is a huge shifting energy. It is a rising up energy. And again, it is a rising up historically right before the Civil War, right before the uprising in England, when the people rose, the serfs rose, and there was another one, and I can't remember what that one was. But this gives rise to the upheaval, the people standing in their power and going, no more. And what that looks like, it's not my business. My business, your business, is to hold your space. Great morning. Oh, you called me in a dream. Well, wonder what that was about. Maybe we'll have to talk. So, warrior of the heart, you have the radiant spirit of the warrior of light. Be impeccable in all your actions. The little white lies don't count. Yeah, I mean, you can't do them anymore because they throw you out of balance within your energetic spiritual system. The 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 willingness to stop in a store when they're charging you the wrong price, which is financially to your benefit, and go, oh, no, that's not the correct price for that, even though it's going to cost you more money. It's going to cost you far more than that if you don't live impeccably into the truth of you. And so, any area, the little white lies are no longer acceptable inside you. They throw you out of balance. This isn't the time to be timid and pull back. Immense courage is filling you. Throw your shoulders back, step forward, and take a risk. Be willing to live life from your heart rather than your mind. Honor your truth. Speak up for yourself. That's something I've done the last in this last month and a half. Things that I would have just let go before, I've been prompted to go, no, it's not okay anymore. I am no longer going to just let this slide, because they were impugning me. And it was just hugely impressed on me that I had to speak up for myself. And I had to say things that I just normally would have just gone, whatever, I'm just going to ignore it. It'll go away then, and I'm not going to worry about it. I had to speak up for me. The next card is gather your loyalties. That beautiful geese, geese mate for life. Gather your loyalties. Bring those people that you trust within the fold. Build your circle, because we need that support right now. That doesn't mean that they always agree with what we're saying. That means they support us regardless of what they agree with. And they allow us, as we allow them, their own truth. We don't have to have everybody agree with us for us to be right within ourselves. My life experience is going to be very different than your life experience, but that doesn't mean we cannot come together, support one another in the truth of who we are, which is down to the very core essence, love and light in this world. And we want the differences to be supported, because that is how we all get to support the world through this very tumultuous change that is happening. It is not necessarily going to be easy because it's good. You all know that some of the biggest, excuse me, I'm going to take a cup of coffee. I laugh because my voice is pretty soft now. My husband already can't hear me most of the time because he refuses to get hearing aids. So this is going to be fun until this voice gets strong again. So you want to gather those people and events around you that support who you are and what you believe. The next card that comes up is Sacred Mountain. Again, this is the go inward. Get quiet. Start really trusting that inner voice. It is until you get quiet that you can hear it. When you're in the tumult and you're in that mean girl state where you're beating yourself up continuously, you cannot hear the quiet, sure voice of spirit. The new moon, all things, that is the promise. Can't really read. Oh, there it is. Promise. There we go. The newness. There is a promise that you are far more than what you know you are. And you getting quiet, beginning to trust your own guidance, seek the promptings and act on them that are your truth, that bring you into your sureness. And it's a journey. This is not something we were taught as children. We've not been socialized within ourselves, or we were not taught as young adults or adults. Being your own best friend, trusting your wisdom is a huge step forward in life, because you are your strongest ally. You're also your biggest detractor if you don't come into alignment with the truth of who you really are and own that and begin to live that so that your vibration is higher. You are powerful AF, and it is time to keep that truth moving within you. Keep that truth in the forefront. I am powerful AF. The next card that came up was the clouds, and that's shape shifting. Can't read that. It's not coming through, but that's what that's about. You know how quickly clouds change shape. And this is you. When you stand in your power and when you really own that you're creating this life, you've created it all along, and all the challenging times were opportunities for you to learn, grow, and expand. And now, for the ones that have passed, you can go back and see what the growth was. And sometimes it was really tough because we resisted it so much, and we drug our feet, and we were drug through the mud in the process of learning and growing and becoming. And other times we got on the horse and rode. We went, okay, what is here for me? What do I get to grow with? That is a huge proponent for you understanding how powerful you are in your life and in this world, that powerful creator that you have become by choice. You came in this world as a creator, and now is the time to really own that creative energy. The spirit of fire is the next card coming up, and this has to do with that phoenix. It means transformation. Take risk, face your fears, break out of old patterns and conventions. Really start owning your creativity. Again, within your life, with your hands. That creativity brings you into such alignment with who you are. Because you're a creator here, when you allow the creative energy to flow through you, again, this isn't for anyone else. It can be. It can be the beauty that comes through you that no one else sees in the same way that you do. It's like making these earrings. Well, no two pairs are alike. Neither is either mandala I've created. And no one else makes them like I do. And that's okay. I mean, they don't have to look like anyone else's. Your uniqueness is what the world needs. Your ability to create with your thoughts, with your beliefs, and move forward in that creation in trust of self. Because again, you're powerful AF. Protect your flow. Own you. Own that you are perfect the way you are. You don't need, you can tell you're out of alignment with the true you that came in to live here. When you're in dissonance inside, when you're in upheaval, when you're in chaos, when you're in that transformative process, you're finding your alignment. And protecting your flow is the choice is always coming back to center and getting into that quiet meditation or just quiet time, doing breath work, a powerful way to release energies, to bring us back into a centeredness, to improve your physical health. It does so many things. And there are hundreds and hundreds of videos online to guide you through breath work. It's easy. You just need the power of your intention to step into, okay, I am really willing to protect your flow. I am willing to stand in the fire of transformation and bring through the newness of who we are in every second of this life. What is the truth about what you're bringing forward? Who are you? Who did you come to be? What did you come to fulfill in this lifetime? Try something new. Change your routines and habits. If you don't have a great deal of money and you want to, let's say you want to draw, go to a thrift store. In the craft department, they have all kinds of possibilities there. They'll have markers that people have donated because their kids no longer use them. Some of them may not be dried up, but a while ago, I bought this little baggie full, been quite a while ago now, for my granddaughters. And they were all great. It was just some other kid quit using them. So get creative. You don't have to have the most expensive stuff. You don't have to have the best paints. You can go get those craft paints from the store to paint on a canvas or on a piece of paper. Canvas is better, or the multimedia paper is better because it doesn't wrinkle so much. But again, this is just for you. One of the most powerful creations I ever made came from a thrift store watercolor set. It was an adult set. It was complete. It was unopened. And I've been thinking about, maybe I'll try watercolor, but I don't want to spend a lot of money on the supplies. So I bought it for $5. I painted one thing, and it's one of the most powerful things I ever painted. And that was the picture in my mind that the mean girl projected as me. And this picture is powerful. It so truly depicts how I thought of myself, which was not very wonderful, let me tell you. Painful, awful, awful things that I thought about myself. It brought through every aspect. It's the only thing I ever painted with that watercolor set. So what is it that can come through you? Get quiet, be who you are, and we're back to the first card, different deck, same message, reflection. Reflect back on how maybe some of the most challenging things in life produced in you the most powerful results. What does that look like for you? How can you begin to float in the flow, protecting that? How can you begin to create? Maybe it's inventing some new dish in your kitchen. Maybe it's in just getting out some sewing stuff, crocheting, needlepoint, whatever it looks like for you. Get in the creative, making feather earrings, whatever it looks like. Just doodling. One of my incredibly powerful spiritual friends is an artist, a trained artist. College, beautiful. She doodles, and these doodles are full of symbolism that she has no idea she's bringing through. She will tune into the person she's doodling for and let it flow through her. You just want to tune into you and let it flow through you, because that is where your true transformation lies. That's where the energy begins to rise in you. Then what you're sharing is a far more powerful way that you walk through this world. So get into your creativity, get into your flow, let your heart open. There is so much heart opening energy right now. I invite you just to take a minute to focus on your heart. Drop your attention into that space, and then imagine who you love or something you love. Maybe it's an activity that you crave to do every day. Think about that and pay attention to how your heart feels. And then send that love out to the world, to the government leaders all over the world, to whoever causes you the most concern. It could be a family member right now. I urge you, if you have teenagers right now, to shed pure love and joy on them every morning. If you have them in any space in your life because they're checking out by the dozens right now, the world is a very scary place for them. You can offer them a way to stay by just shedding pure love and joy on them for a minute every morning. Drop in, get that heart swelling feeling, and then shed that, send that to them by the power of your intention. And it can help them maybe find the resources they need, the inner strength, the understanding of why they want to stay. I think we are complete for this beautiful day in spring. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.